If they know, they know. If they don't know, they don't know.
We're live.
I'm not dead yet. If they know, they know. If they don't know, they don't
Kill
know.
the playback. My God, man.
I'm not dead yet. It's a Calvin Witt production. Would you expect anything less? All right, let me see if anybody knows.
I'm tired, man.
Ditto. What did you unplug? Oh, you just did that. I thought you were going to do the Calvin of unplugging the microphone to plug in the USB drive, and then it kills the audio on the stream.
TK says it's about time. It's about time.
I'm back. I'm not dead yet. It's great. End of stream. No, bear with me, guys. I've had a very rough 2 months. Some of the details about it, I'm just not going to even talk about on here because it's stuff I'm just not going to go into, but I'm still alive. I'm still around, still trying to make content.
Was there ever a point where you weren't alive?
Close to it a couple of times. No, I
don't believe you. Did you say first on your own chat?
I did. Don't you know that's still a thing? Like whoever is first has to like announce to the whole world to be obnoxious. I was first.
Oh my God.
He's instantly regretting doing the live stream.
I'm going to be the one doing over here doing the face palm.
Role reversal.
Do you have it public?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's public.
Well, at least we have TK.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, TK. We appreciate
As always, welcome to TK, the world's most OG designer out there.
Yep.
I mean, seriously, that dude's underrated.
Yep.
I mean, not to say that other people aren't good, but TK, he's
who else can add hair to that Daniel Noray? But TK.
But TK.
What's this Thingiverse thing? Click on it. Let's see what this is.
Oh, dude. Oh, bloody heck, yeah. That is cool.
Looks like something that I should print with this.
What's up, Aaron? You magically survived the tornado.
Aaron!
Speaking of which, heart goes out to all those affected by the tornadoes out there.
Yes.
But shout out to Aaron for doing his job and getting those cut-ins going for the very important announcements.
Yep.
You're doing good work there, buddy. Keeping them alive.
Yep. Definitely. Today was the wedding, wasn't it? Or is it tomorrow?
Who's getting married?
His brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Snap. TK saying it would make a cool Dungeons and Dragons dice box. Dude,
yeah,
totally would. Here's the thought is, I know it would be kind of a pain to print, but if you could make one that had it where the sides and the lid were more of a lattice shape where it was cut through and you made an opening in the bottom, that would make a really, really cool lamp to put like a small LED bulb inside. That would look really cool. Then again, I'm only talking about lamps because my SolidWorks final project was building a lamp. So that was pretty sweet. Let me dig up the photo of that really quick. What's up, Paul? Wow, 7 dead.
Man.
That's rough.
I thought it was bad typing.
Gosh, it's not my usual keyboard. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, totally Instagramming it.
Really failing at pasting a link. That's what I'm doing. So TK is saying if you shrink it down to 35% of its size, it's a large chicken egg. Nice.
Nice. So 35%.
Good to know. Or you can do a Jimmy and press scale to maximum size for my Artillery 3D Sidewinder X1 and then go make a giant
Big
one,
one.
and then put like what, flowers inside or something like that.
Probably could. I still need to put something inside this. I was actually at Home Depot yesterday. I was looking at some of those, what do you call those things? Succubus?
Succulents.
Yeah, that's it. Sucking something or other. Yeah, that's it.
No, a succulent in there would actually look really cool.
Yeah, it's actually working now, and I don't know what I did. I played with settings the other night, and it still didn't work, and now it's working. I don't know what's going on. So, looks like we're good for Monday. Not you, my new streamer, my new partner. You know, the one
I'm gonna have to crash. I'm gonna have to crash the stream because we're right over there.
Yeah, actually, Calvin's going to be down for a little while, so yeah, he'll be out here on Monday too. So we'll have a three-way. I mean, a threesome. I mean, we'll have 3 people on here. There we go.
So Paul's asking.
Menage a trois.
Paul's asking, how long does it take to get an order from GearBest? Anywhere from 2 weeks to
2
good
months.
luck.
Yeah, it depends on the item. Usually 3D printers usually come faster than smaller items. Smaller items, they're not going to pay anything for shipping because it's usually free shipping. Those items, you are going to look at probably about a month to a month and a half. 3D printers typically are what? About a week?
To 2. I mean, I ordered up a Y splitter and Fakey 3D hot end off AliExpress for like under $15, and it actually came within about 2.5 weeks of ordering.
Yeah.
But then again, it all depends upon the timing, because odds are what they do is they just have a giant shipping container they pay a flat rate on, and then throw everything in there. When it gets full, goes to the port and goes out. So if you're lucky and you can time it right around when the shipment is going out, you can get it very quick. Otherwise, it takes a while.
Rover says, can you say demonetized? We're on Calvin's channel. It's demonetized anyway.
Yeah. That's half the reason why I'm doing a stream, is I figured it's a good way to up my, oh, look, I'm not dead count. Because
Look, I'm not dead.
hopefully over the weekend I can work some on my Maker Faire videos, but I was only able to make it out on Sunday because of weather and my knees and some other stuff. I didn't do a ton of filming, but I'm probably going to have just a little recap video. Chasing my friend around dressed up in a dinosaur costume, and then probably talking about what the heck happened this year, because it was interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So tell me about your Maker Faire experience. How was it? Who'd you get to visit with?
Okay, my Maker Faire experience was interesting, and I'll say it right off the bat. It's interesting because I'm not going to pay exorbitant amounts of money to park on the Maker Faire site. So what I did is what I've done every other year, which is go to the Millbury and catch the Millbury shuttle. But the problem is they didn't have the bus there this year, and they didn't make an announcement saying, hey guys, we really cut our transit options this year. So I had to then run to the Caltrain platform and thankfully catch a train that was right there, because on weekends, they only run trains every hour to hour and 15 minutes. If I had missed that, I would have been like, well, the heck with that. So I took the train down to Hayward Park, which is one stop before Hillsdale, where most people get off to go to the event. But because I had a media pass, I had to go in through the back. So the Hayward Park station was closer. Went in there, but the moment I got off the train, it was pouring rain. What are the odds? Not raining where I was at. Nope.
Okay, in the last 3 years, how many times has it rained during Maker Faire?
How many times does it threaten to rain during Maker Faire? Every single time.
No, it didn't. Because remember, it was like, what, 80 degrees?
Well, the weather was
2 times.
Well, the weather was iffy those times, and then the time that it happened, it was great. Okay, well, when I say threatened to rain, I'm talking like the weather leading up to it was a bit dodgy, and then the day of the event, it was bright and sunny and melting all of our equipment.
Yeah.
No, this year we didn't get lucky. This year it rained both days.
I made it there for about an hour before it started raining on Saturday, and then it rained all day Saturday. And I don't mean just a little bit. I mean, it came down. Thankfully, all the 3D printing stuff was on the inside. So,
yeah, the only bummer is for all the stuff that's outside that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's not worth standing outside in the rain for.
Well, Josh was wanting to stop off and pick up one of the glass roses at the glass blowing booth.
Mm-hmm.
And we went there hoping to pick one up for his wife before we left. And those people just booked it like way early because it just was just
Don't blame them
all day.
Don't blame them. If I had known, I would have tried grabbing one on Sunday, but oh well. So then what happened is I picked up my media badge, which was kind of a disaster because they were trying to scan something in and it wasn't working. So he's like, "You're fine. You're checked in. You've got your badge. You're good." Like they were pretty much just like throwing badges at people because nobody wanted to be out there in the freezing cold. And I felt really bad for them. So I'm literally turning on my camera and hightailing it as fast as my crappy knees will allow to the 3D printing area building to try and, see if there's any familiar faces in there. Poked around some in there, ran into our good buddy Rick.
Yeah.
He's great guy.
Yes, he is.
Saw good old Kayla from Build Tech, got myself a sheet of PEI.
Me too.
Yeah. You got yours for free, you sucker.
Well, they know I'm going to be doing a video, so.
And then again, in Build Tech's defense, they built me a custom flex plate for my Thingomatic, to which I am forever grateful for them for, because that is not a standard size.
And when did you get your sweatshirt last year?
I pay for that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Congrats.
I offered to pay for it, and Kate was like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm paying for it. You guys are giving me so much free crap. Like, it's only fair." No, I probably could have asked for a free sheet of PEI, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that.
I also was going to pay for it. And
yeah.
She just said, nope. So it cost me a smile. It's like a very, really big smile.
Yeah. Kayla's awesome.
But yeah, I told her I'd definitely do a video on it and everything.
Yeah. So
you can see it's on the printer.
Yeah.
It looks really good on there too.
Very nice.
Except I'm like cross-eyed because I didn't get on there completely straight. But we're in California. What's straight in California?
As one friend jokes, Market Street gets bent where the caster is. I wonder why. And the scuba divers getting bent has a whole different meaning.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. No, then let's see. I also ran to my good buddy Elijah and his dad from Mythbusters Jr., which was fun because he was telling me all kinds of even better stories from the set that I hadn't heard before, which was even better. Let's see what else. I ran to my bosses from Evil Mad Scientist. That was fun. That was cool getting to see them. Their booth was crowded because they were there with they had created. I was actually at work the day that Wendell was making up a custom fake electronic circuit, literally on the laser cutter. And laser cutting the parts out because like every 10 minutes he'd run out there, roll the door up while I'm machining, stick the vent outside, cut some parts, roll it down because it was really cold and raining outside. And then the final product looked absolutely amazing.
Teresa's on here and she's going through Louis Rossmann withdrawals. He's on vacation. Well, go ahead and show her that way. That might kind of take care of some of the withdrawals. Not all of them, but some of them.
So from the OK Do Go booth where my friend Elijah was at, they had these sweet rulers that I totally forgot to pick up. But check it out. It literally has all the different sizes of various components and their traces, has a wire gauge size, and it even has, for all your Apple CPUs and things like that, the board sizes and the little solder ball locations. So if this brings you some comfort, Teresa. And me and Jimmy discovered, this is the dead board.
Yeah.
We discovered on the board that we fried that one fateful night that we also fried the poor boost converter. Rest in peace. It was great knowing you for the 0.2 of a second you survived before you threw a spark. And Jimmy, maniacally laughs in the corner because he had nothing better to do at that point other than smack me. We figured out that the 7812 BG on here died. So we're going to probably end up doing a Louis Rossmann style video with his $50 wish.com soldering and heat gun setup. I need to steal some flex from my parents' house. Don't watch that part, Dad. And we're going to literally try and replace that dead converter on there. He has an idea to build a cell phone stand so we can do a Louis Rossmann style video on that. So don't worry, Teresa. We will try and do our best to play Louis Rossmann and completely screw it up, and it'll be great.
But we wouldn't be doing Louis Rossmann if we screwed it up. It's only if we fix it.
True. Better get ordering that ASAP. No, so going back to the Maker Faire story, people I ran into, got to see Mara from Matter Hackers. That was cool. Who else did I see? Got to run into a few people who knew me from social media, which was cool.
Cool.
That was really fun. Got to hang out with Ashley from Chip Build. She needed a ride home off of me. Also got to meet Jimmy DeResta. Dude, seriously, like the coolest person ever.
By the way, I got to meet Ashley on Saturday.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
She goes,
She's cool.
She goes, I got to finally meet Jimmy. I'm like, so is he as cool as he is online? Oh, heck yeah, he's so nice. I'm like, oh yeah. Jimmy and Beth are like practically.
She tell you I was talking smack about you?
No.
Damn it.
I have a feeling anytime Jimmy's talking to somebody, he's got to be talking smack about Calvin.
That crackhead. No.
A crackhead cooking meth out my you know, in my little camper van. I know he's gonna burn the thing down. I'm gonna kick his butt out.
Gonna blow up one of my balls one of these days. Gonna blow up one of my balls one of these days.
No, she said it was really cool getting to meet you though. I'm like, yeah, Jimmy and Beth are practically like surrogate grandparents. They're awesome.
Damn, a grandparent. I couldn't be even a surrogate father. I'm a grandparent.
Well, I'm the nice grandson that half the times buys you Denny's anymore.
Excuse me while I go and adjust my balls after getting kicked on them.
Ouch. I said it to be nice. I wasn't going to say dad because I figured you'd find that creepy.
Man, that hurt. That hurt my gut.
Or is that because you're going through Diet Coke withdrawals?
Yes, I am. I'm going through all kinds of withdrawals right now. I'm going through sugar withdrawals, Diet Coke withdrawals. This morning I forgot to eat.
Do I need to send you up to see one of the...
Actually, I take it back. A friend of mine over at the place I drive the cars for, he gave me one of his breakfast burritos this morning.
That's so
really
nice
good.
of him.
It was really good too, man.
Where did you get it from, Carl's Jr.?
No, he made it. He made it.
What?
It was really good.
That's
look,
awesome.
Now I gotta look twice at him. Now I was like, "You cook pretty good, boy."
Oh, this is bad. Okay, let's look at the chat for a minute.
I've been dancing for hours. I like where I just picked that up.
Teresa goes, what's a breakfast burrito? Same thing as a sausage sizzle. What the heck is that?
Breakfast burrito. Breakfast burrito usually has egg, sometimes cheese, and then some kind of meat in it. Like if you go to McDonald's and you get their sausage breakfast burrito, it's got little pieces of sausage in it with a little bit of cheese and egg. And then it's wrapped up in a tortilla. She's going to say, what's a tortilla?
Flatbread.
Flatbread. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, flour.
Yeah, or corn. Depends. Yeah. No,
who's this?
Oh, it's Danielle. Don't worry. Do I need to tell a story about making parts for her friend's bridal shower?
Huh?
Yeah. No. This is the problem with knowing how to do 3D printing, guys. Danielle goes, okay, I'm the maid of honor at my friend's bridal shower. I need your help building stuff. What do you need? So I'm going to be doing some, hopefully sometime soon before I drive down, because when I drive back up is the day of the bridal shower. So I need to crank it out soon. Yeah, I need to crank out anything that needs specialty printing soon. So if you need some video ideas, now's your opportunity. Otherwise, I will gladly steal the video ideas.
Cool.
Yeah. No, it's a fire and ice themed wedding. So
that's exactly what they want for the bridal shower.
oh, this is bad.
There you go, Teresa. He's going to burn this stream with fire again, just like he did the last stream. Everybody's all like, Jimmy, what happened to the stream? It's not on there anymore. Calvin deletes it. Because
I get all these nasty text messages from my mom about it.
You know what?
I know.
You can't control what other people say.
Try telling it to my mom.
Doesn't
I get
matter.
it. I get it.
That's the YouTube mentality. The YouTube mentality is
my mom.
there's really bad comments on your video, therefore we're demonetizing it. That's the YouTube mentality. Instead of,
it's a free.
Maybe we should take and punish the person who said the comments in the first place.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like, we're going to punish the channel now.
Yeah. No, it's a free place where you can say whatever the crap you want. It's just some people might not appreciate it very much. Yeah.
Woohoo.
I know. So, yeah.
Be a man. Be a man.
Yeah.
Grow a set. Come on. You can do it. I
trying.
believe in you.
I'm trying.
Just go.
Teresa, message redacted.
That's a good one, Teresa. That's a good one.
No, so what I was going to say is...
I can just imagine what the message said.
Don't even want to know.
It reminds me of your earrings.
Oh, God. So what I was going to say was, for one of the prints, I was going to take and probably use the 820M so I can do it big with some orange and red filament. Do like this modified flame dish thing that I found on Thingiverse.
Flame dish?
This like kind of like a bowl with flames coming out the top. And we're going to put a couple of those ultrasonic misters inside so it has like fog coming out of it. It's going to look really tight.
So you're going to do ultrasonic fogging misters with rubbing alcohol and light it up so it's a flaming pot?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
The Airbnb owner's going to just love it when they see it.
Oh, I'm in trouble now.
Yeah, Beth probably, it's probably my mom.
No.
She doesn't have your number.
Nobody cares.
I know. No, so I'm probably going to do with the 820M is I'm going to do a yellow and red. Oh, God. We're going to have a talk afterwards, Teresa. We're going to have a talk.
Somebody tattletale on you, Teresa. Somebody tattletale on you. That's funny.
So who texted that to you?
Oh, man. Logan is yelling that he can hear you guys.
Wait, who's Logan?
Her son.
Oh.
Oh, man.
No, so the plan is I'm going to use the fact that when you're doing 50-50 mixing with the A20, with any of the Ace M series machines, is the fact that one side is going to be one color, the other side is going to be another. So that should kind of give it more of a flaming effect. So that might look kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of doing a transition print, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just do a 50-50. These people don't really know what 3D printing is, so they're going to think it's cool anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, my God, that's so amazing. How did you do it? I bent
Calvin.
And I squeezed real hard. And it just came out.
No, the answer for anything is how do you make it? Calvin. But no, it should be a fun project because the day that I drive up, Danielle might be able to carpool with me because she's probably going to need my help for setting things up. So I'm probably going to set it up and drive on the rest of the way up to here.
Cool.
So that's going to be fun.
I think I might have a retraction issue.
I think you might also have a purge block size issue. Which machine was this done on? The blow up machine down there?
No, that was done on the 20.
Oh. Yeah, slight retraction issue.
That was one that I think you sliced or something.
Probably. Slight retraction issue. Definitely not a big enough purge block.
That doesn't look like anything I did in Tinkercad.
That's a hairy benchy right there.
I like how the purge block was attached to it after you ripped it apart now.
Sorry.
That's what I was showing you is how the purge block was attached to it.
Mr. Carroll Science, just got a 3D pen and want to make some practical things with it. Any ideas? Use it to weld parts together. I've always wanted to try it and I've never done it. Use it like a MIG gun.
Yeah.
Seriously. Test to see if it works any better than gluing it.
Let's see what the message is.
What? You suck, Brian. We're gonna talk too. Is anybody trying to get on my crap list tonight or something like that? So Matt 1 UK is going, good morning. Good day.
I said bop, not smack.
Jimmy doesn't know the difference. Yes, yeah, Rover. Talk to TK about it. We totally need a Harry Calvin.
Yeah, we need a Harry Calvin.
Totally need one. Mr. Carroll Science is going, I'm going to make a video about different bonding techniques, so that's a great idea. Talk to 3D Gloop and see if they can't send you a sample of their stuff. I have wanted to try actually using both ABS cement and what is the other one? PVC glue to see how well those work for PLA because they have some pretty strong solvents in them.
Have you used PVC glue with PLA?
Not yet. I've wanted to try it because I think they have a similar solvent in there. It's just to see because effectively what 3D Gloop is doing is it's just melting the two together. So I want to see in a pinch if it would work decently well or not. Kind of like how you can use acetone to sort of glue certain brands of PLA together. So
you got a sheet of Build Tech while you're at Maker Faire.
I got the PEI. I bought the PEI because it works better with PETG.
What's the difference between Build Tech and PEI?
PEI has a lower bonding strength than straight Build Tech for materials like PETG and nylon.
Okay.
And flexible. So that's the reason why I grabbed it. Because
I thought that was PEI.
No, the PEI has the yellowish color. Build Tack is its own proprietary thing, but there is definitely a bonding difference between Build Tack and PEI. I speak on this because they actually sent me a sheet of PEI once and I used it for a while and it was quite nice for higher bonding things. You still want to use a thin layer of glue on it for materials like PETG so it can still release, but it tends to work better for that. So
BV3D says, Viewer's choice, should I have another beer or not? Yes.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Oh, you want to see him hammered? Come on. You know you
I'm
do.
good. No, I had an incident with a hammered person once. I'm not going there.
Thought you were going to talk about it.
No, I'm not going there.
You just did.
Well, I'm not doing it anymore. Whatever. Mr. Carroll Science says he's going to try super glue, heat, 3D pen, 2-part epoxy.
That'll work.
One thing you might also want to try with the 2-part epoxy is if you can get your hands on a small strip of fiberglass cloth or something similar, or even just use like regular cloth and see how much stronger that makes the joint. Because that's one thing I will say is for like cosplay builds and stuff, if you can fiberglass the inside, it really helps. Even if it's just say cloth or something, just something to provide some fiber reinforcement.
Yeah.
Later, Matt. Reminds me of that, I think, Bridgestone commercial with the beaver that chops the tree down right before the bridge is out. And then the guy gets out of his car to look like, why is the tree down? And the beaver goes, and the guy's all like, what the heck? What's up, Greg? Do you tell you you're great?
What's up?
Well, that's great. Greg just finished a 2.5-hour phone call to find that we're streaming. It's totally great, Greg, just like you.
What's her name? Because there ain't no way you're talking to no guy for no 2.5 hours.
Maybe he was on phone call with tech support.
Yeah, right. What's her name?
It was tech support. Oh gosh. Oh,
I knew it.
is her name Teresa? And does she live somewhere in Australia?
I knew it.
It was probably Teresa.
You know he's been working out lately, right?
Oh yeah, no, I see it. He's playing fitness all the time.
I'm making it.
He's looking good for it.
Yeah, he is. He's one sexy man.
It's Jim from State Farm.
Jim from State Farm.
I think it was Jake from State Farm.
He's referring to me now.
Oh. That's why we cut out early from Uncle Steve and Aunt Helen's house.
He's talking about me.
True story, though. There was a...
If I knew beer is here, what did I miss?
Nothing. No, true story, though. There was a former railroad conductor that was known for not good reasons on a commuter railroad out here. And his name was Jake. And one night he had his name badge on, and a drunk passenger goes, "Oh, are you Jake from State Farm?" And the joke stuck ever since. So we just didn't refer to him as Jake, the infamous conductor. No. We referred to him as Jake from State Farm. And anybody in the Caltrain circle, if you told that to them, they'd be like, "Oh, you know him?" I'm like, "Oh, I know about him from this person." Oh, shoot. Have a good one, Mr. Carroll Science.
Have a good one, my friend.
We need to stream with you sometime.
Yes.
I need to come out and visit you at some point.
Yes.
Once I make enough money to do that.
I wish I had money.
Ditto. Oh, I was right. Stupid autocorrect.
Hey, at least it doesn't get like really, really crazy with it.
Jimifer or something like that.
Jimifer.
That's when we'd know something was up.
That's what her name was. Jimifer.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, well, I was at Maker Faire.
You got hooked up.
I picked up a roll of this, which is, what color is it?
It's the graphite black.
Yeah, that one.
This
It doesn't give it justice.
and even in the bag.
What's that one called that's like that? It's
Filamentum Galaxy Black or something?
no, what's the other one? Something Vertigo Gray? No, not Vertigo Gray. What's the gray, that one dark gray one? It's not Vertigo Gray. The Vertigo Gray is like a really light gray, isn't it? Forget what the other one's called.
Galaxy or something? I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't do
It's like
Filamentum.
it's like a metallic dark gray.
Yeah. This one's nice. It's a metallic black, but it's kind of more of a matte-ish black until you angle it. Really beautiful.
So when I get a chance, so I'm going to see if I can pick up a roll of that.
Check that out.
That light is horrible on it.
There we go.
There, that's looking more like it.
This one I really like over the Zero one because this is a darker gray. I like the Zero, but it's pretty much just straight white with black specks, which looks stupid. This one would be really cool, actually, if over the course of the roll, they were just, depending upon how much black they just randomly put into the hopper to darken it. It'd be really, really cool if this one actually kind of had some slight gradient changes to it. That would be actually really, really cool. Suggestion to anybody who's going to make that. Most people would call that a production error, but actually if there's some inconsistencies in it, that would look really, really cool in the print because real marble is going to have that kind of gradient change going on.
And then I was asked to do a video on this. I'm looking forward to trying this one out. It's called oh
Angle
my
it down.
God, that's horrible.
Angle it down.
Pocket?
Yeah.
Pocket?
Okay.
Okay.
It is the Measure Anything Anywhere multimeter oscilloscope data logger, wireless, portable, and sharing. Smallest multimeter oscilloscope and logger. Turn your phone into the smallest measuring tool and use it anywhere you go. Beyond jealous Jimmy landed this thing. This thing, if it works, is sweet.
Yeah, that's Bluetooth and connects to your cell phone. You download the app and literally this, what you see right here is about the size of a large key ring. You can actually, it has a little hole in it where you can actually put a key ring on it.
Well, let's compare sizes. This is your typical Harbor Freight freebie or $5 multimeter. That's the Pocket. I think it's about the size of the knob on there.
Yeah.
But
and then thickness wise, it's like that thick.
But the one thing to remember is this thing is got to be bigger so you can have the dials and the knob and the screen. Nothing wrong with this, but this would actually be really handy in like a maintenance situation where you're playing the old what does it read out. You could have somebody sticking stuff inside of something and you can be a little ways away and staring at it going, okay, that looks right, that looks right, that looks right. So
Yeah, Calvin, let's compare sizes here. He's got bigger feet and hands than I do, though, so. Now you gotta get the palm down there. There you go. See there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bigger.
He's bigger.
My hands, my big hands. But I'm skinnier.
I got huge hands, huge.
But I'm skinnier than a freaking twig. Literally with like 3 jackets on and everything, I barely tipped the scales at 136 pounds the other day. It's pretty sad.
I did win a contest.
Yeah, Mr. I got everything that I don't know what to do with.
Honestly, I don't know what to do.
No, TK, that's just the lighting. My hair is actually very black because I'm indoors a lot. So Jimmy, of all people in the world, has to land himself from the OK Do Go booth where my good buddy Elijah from Mythbusters Jr. was located. Dude's awesome.
That's a different booth.
Oh, never mind.
You're looking at this one, right?
Yeah.
That's where I got the ruler.
I gotta find out if I can get one of those retroactively because that was sick. I totally forgot to grab one. But no, he got himself the Snapdragon board 410C, and based off what I know about this thing, it's like a microcomputer that's got like GPS, Bluetooth, and data logging built in or something. I don't know what it does. If anybody knows what this does, other than posting a link in the comments, please tell us because we honestly don't know any of it. We're being perfectly honest here.
I honestly don't know.
Our supply for
They
it.
sent me a text message saying I won to come pick it up before 6 o'clock, so I did.
Yeah, right as he was leaving.
Yeah, I was actually in the parking lot getting ready to leave.
Then he also got this evaluation board deal, whatever that is. BV3D says it's like a Raspberry Pi, but with the guts of a cell phone. It could be because the Raspberry Pi is effectively a tiny computer. Like it's an actual computer that you can use.
Well, that's the first thing came in my mind whenever I saw it. Is I kind of figured that's what it was.
And then this is the Linker Mezzanine card starter kit for I think that board thing. So it's like a breakout kit or something. What does it have? It has the card, cables, button module, LED module, LDR, don't know what that is, thermal module, linear slide module, tilt module, touch. What? Dude, it's got everything. That is sick. Man, you better start learning this stuff fast.
I know, right?
All of a sudden, your channel jumps way up there.
I have to check to see if he knows.
This is 96 boards. Is an open standard for SoC vendors and board manufacturers to. Oh wait. Okay, here we go. This is the Dragon Board 410C by Arrow Electronics. Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 quad core ARM, blah blah blah, 64-bit, 1.2 gigahertz, 1 gig of 533 megahertz DRAM, 8 gigabytes of other stuff, SD3, 1080 at 30 FPS video playback capture. Wow, that's impressive. Integrated to work with Windows 10 and Android, wireless, Bluetooth, GPS, Wi-Fi. Holy crap. That is insane. And then he also got this cool little privacy shield thing, so you guys don't have to see what he's doing off hours when the webcam mysteriously turns on all by itself. Can't say I've seen that or not. If it did, it was disturbing. Oh, cool. You can download the iOS OS from 96boards.org/dragonboard and check out cool projects at developer.qualcomm.com/projects. Time to get busy.
Yep.
Oh, Rovers, right. LDR, light dependent resistor. Duh. Should have known that.
So I can turn on whenever the lights come on?
Or you can tell it at certain light levels to notify you. So let's say you're trying to monitor something. You can use that as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a newfangled term for a photoresistor or a CDS, cadmium disulfide photoresistor back in the day of Radio Shack and those like 100 or 300-in-1 electronics kits that I used to do a whole heck of a lot. Fun stuff. But no, this dude got hooked up. Don't get me wrong. I had to hang out with a bunch of cool people at Maker Faire, but I wasn't exactly going to go, oh, let me see all the free stuff I can get, because I was getting tired of lugging around like a 10-pound backpack by the first hour.
Well, I won this. I entered a contest and won this.
Yeah, I know. I really wish I had poked around more, but I was kind of like trying to see everything that I could and run into everybody that I knew before the event was over, and ended up staying way later than I thought.
I paid for that.
Yeah, still.
That one though I got for free.
Yeah. But still, though, I mean, you got a lot of really cool stuff over there, bought
Yeah.
or not. I mean, that's it, to me, it doesn't matter if you paid for it or not. The fact that you got cool stuff is cool stuff.
And then Josh was running around with his hat.
That thing is sick.
Joel went all goo-goo-eyed over that hat.
Oh, did he design it himself?
Yeah. And Tinkercad.
Well, duh.
Did you ever see it?
Yeah, you showed us at dinner. That's not the cursed print, though.
Well, the curse print was kind of like what that is, except he had wings on it too. So it doesn't. He took the wings off, and then he's able to print the different parts, and then glue it onto the hat.
That is sick.
And the fan actually worked and blew air down into the hat, and you could feel the air coming out the little smokestacks.
That is awesome.
I don't know if we can show it to the camera worth anything, but Josh was very happy with that hat. Joel got a kick out of it. There, corrected.
That thing is seriously cool.
Yeah.
One thing that I really want to do is find like one of those multi-piece models of those old style diving helmets, 3D print one of those up and age it to look kind of like an old diving helmet, and then wear that around at Maker Faire. That would be really fun.
Greg's taking off. Take care, Greg.
See you later.
Just like the Hodge twins say, all kinds of gains.
Oh gosh, you and your Hodge twins, man.
All kinds of gains. Yeah.
But the one thing that would be fun to do with if I did actually pull that project off, Artillery 3D, if you're watching this, I would totally use your printer to build it. If I did actually make that big enough to fit over my head, it'd be really interesting to equip it so it had like the old diver talking system. So on my chest, I had like a microphone and a speaker, so I could talk through that to people. Because obviously you couldn't hear or see very well, but it'd be fun to kind of like selectively turn off the audio when it gets a bit noisy outside. But to have that ability to kind of, replicate something like that, and then find a way to incorporate like a small time-lapse camera into it so you could see what I was seeing, it'd be really fun.
Hey, Aaron's in the shower.
Ooh. You mean he's not cutting in, live tornado broadcasts as a tornado is barreling down on his house? Well, at least he's in the bathroom, which is supposedly the safest place to be in your house in a tornado. So,
yes.
Just in case it all goes wrong, he's in the right spot.
It's usually the safest place to go, and if your wife is trying to kill you with a rolling pin or something too, I think so.
Yeah.
He's all clean and shiny now.
Oh, God.
All clean, shiny.
Oh, jeez.
Making all kinds of gains.
Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this?
Because you like the pain.
That sounds so demented. Oh, gosh. So do you have any fun plans for Memorial Day weekend?
Working.
That's not fun.
No, it's not fun at all.
Are you guys having any good sales?
Sure. I'll have all kinds of sales. What kind of sales do you want?
How much is it to get my AC recharged? Approximately, just a price range.
I do not remember.
Okay.
I can look it up for you in the morning.
Okay, no rush. I'm just, even though I know it slowly leaks out if it's not ridiculously expensive, I kind of just want to get it filled up because it's going to be hot.
If you spend $499, you get a $100 gift card. Well, buy a set of Michelin tires, you can get a $70 mail-in rebate.
I'm trying to watch my budget right now because I still haven't had time to go to work and pick up my whole paycheck yet. Oops.
You don't have direct deposit?
I'm old-fashioned because then when I go to the bank, I can get cash because I don't use an ATM card. I might set it up with direct deposit the next time I go in there just to,
Usually the banks appreciate it if you do direct deposit, and they'll actually cut, if there's any fees that they charge you typically, they usually cut out the fees.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with that, but I think I might just end up doing that. It's easier.
Which bank do you go through?
City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're good.
I'm kind of like under my family's umbrella, if you will. So they just see us all as like one giant entity. So even if one of us didn't have enough money to meet a minimum, because I'm kind of part of the family entity, you're good. So
Yeah, I've been with Comerica ever since they started up. Actually, I started originally with Valley National Bank,
nice.
and then just changed names over the years.
Yeah. I've used like one or two other smaller banks before, and they've been good, but since everybody's been kind of conglomerating, I haven't had any problems with City. My grandmother had some money in Wells Fargo, and they were just, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never forget the time that I went to Wells Fargo with I always wondered why it took grandma so long at Wells Fargo. I was thinking she was just taking her sweet time in there because, I get to go in.
Probably making more and more accounts under her name.
Probably.
She probably has like 38 accounts and doesn't even realize she has them.
Shoot, if that's the case, I would go nuts on them. No, but what I remember is the time that I went in there with grandma because grandma wanted me to help walk her in there because normally I just let grandma go into the bank alone because I didn't want to seem like I was the, give her a feeling of independence, and she appreciated that and whatnot. But I told her if you ever need help going into the bank, me holding your hand or something, just ask. I'm like, it's perfectly fine. So one of the days, this was not long before we moved her down, before we made that decision, which was good. I was walking grandma in there and some elderly person in their car decided to cut off the Muni train, smashes into the car. So like everybody at Wells Fargo, because they have nothing better to do with their time, go out there to all gawk at the accident. I'm like, everybody in Starbucks already called 911. Don't worry about it. The driver's already called the accident and dispatch. They're going to, 30 ambulances and stuff are going to be there in 2 seconds. But we're in there and literally my grandmother's sitting at like the little old people, disabled people area, little counter thing. I'm standing there with this kind of pissed off look on my face for like 10 minutes. And my grandmother's like, why is nobody coming on over? I told grandma, I'm like, if nobody comes on over in the next 30 seconds, I'm walking on over there and going, hi. My grandmother's been sitting here for 10 minutes and you dinglings have been standing at the door yip-yapping for 10 minutes. You think you can help her out? Like I was literally going to use that language with them. Like, do you have anything better to do with your time than not help my grandmother?
Do you have anything better to do with your time than help my grandmother? I can see him do that. I've never.
No, but I could tell my grandmother's getting irritated. And I'm like, I was getting a bit irritated too, because it's like, this is just ridiculous.
Shame, shame, shame. Everybody knows your name.
No, but you know what I mean, though. It's like you go in there and it's like there's nobody else in line. And there's like 3 tellers doing absolutely nothing. And you're like, really? But yeah, every time I went to the Citibank, they were always like,
give us your money. Give us your money, please. We need your money.
No, yeah. Considering all the crap that happened with Wells Fargo, I'm surprised they're even in business anymore.
A friend of mine, her mother has got dementia and all that, so she ended up taking over her finances and everything. So she goes to Wells Fargo, and her mom banked with Wells Fargo for years. Goes in there and says, "Okay, here's the paperwork. I need to have my name put on the accounts so that I can take care of them. I need to do this, that, and follow the different things. Okay, we need you to go ahead and sign here, here, here. We're going to have to create a new account." So they create a new account. Then, you need a debit card account. So let's create another account for some debit card thing. And she came to me. She's like, "Why are they wanting to make so many accounts?" I said, "I don't know, because this was before it all came out what was going on." And so there was some issue that came up. She calls the 1-800 number to tell them, to find out what's going on over the phone. "Oh, it's because we need to create a new account." They just kept creating accounts. I don't know how many accounts she ended up with. I think it's like 5 accounts, new accounts created, all because she needed to have her name added to the account. And then they wonder why they got in trouble.
Well, that in that case, they at least were saying what they were doing, and for a lot of them, they just did it behind
They
people's
just did behind
backs
everybody's back.
without even telling them.
Yeah. There's no telling how much money has been siphoned off into other accounts. Not for any
Nefarious reason.
right, but just to create more accounts.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of money you have total is still there, but then they just, I'll just have a little bit of that.
Well, it's not there. It's over there.
Yeah.
There. And there.
No, yeah, it's like it's things like that which really, brings out all the conspiracy theorists, and it goes to crap in a jiffy.
Conspiracy. Did you say conspiracy?
Yes, Alex Jones, I said conspiracy.
I do it better when I'm sick.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even gonna try.
I don't know why people believe somebody who sounds like Rush Limbaugh, but is like in his 30s. I don't understand that.
Honestly, this is what I figured out and this is very disturbing and very annoying. But the thing that I figured out is, for some reason, the last like two and a half generations of people seem to think that for all of a sudden, everything that they've ever been taught and everything they've ever known is somehow all wrong. And
are you talking about flat earthers?
Flat Earth, chemtrails, vaccines cause autism, all the people falling for these MLM pyramid scheme things, yada da 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 da. I won't go on about it, but it's like all of a sudden it's like I can understand some skepticism. Skepticism is good. Questioning things is good, but pretty much instantly just taking everything going wee out the window is a bad idea.
Breathing oxygen's a lie. We gotta quit breathing.
Literally, there is some people on, for some reason now, I kid you not, you will love this. There are literally some people on Instagram now.
They said you can't breathe underwater. That's a lie. It's a government conspiracy. You can breathe underwater. Watch.
Literally now, there are people on Instagram who are claiming, and there's people who believe them, who say, jet engines don't run on jet fuel. They run on air. Like they don't have any fuel in them. It's a conspiracy. And I'm just like,
show it.
I was going to do that.
There you go.
And I'm just like,
yes.
How stupid do you have to be to believe that? What are they teaching you or not in school anymore? But then again, I deal with stupid people at school all the time. And then it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there.
Same people believe that you can have free college.
Yeah. Free everything.
Make the 1%ers pay for it.
Doesn't work like that.
But what happens when the 1%ers run out of money?
Venezuela.
Then what happens to the rest of the free college?
Venezuela.
Venezuela what?
Look at how things are out there. They tried to duplicate that and it just went to crap.
Yeah.
Because everybody with the money went and hightailed it out of town.
They either leave or they run out of money.
Or both.
Then when the 1%ers are gone, who pays for it?
Everybody else.
Right.
And they don't have the money.
So then the question is, what is the drive for you to make more money if you're going to be spending it so other people can have an education?
There is none.
There comes a point where it's like, well, why am I going to want a good job? I just go work for McDonald's.
Pretty much, it's like, the thing is, it's not like everybody receives a lump sum every month and then they work up from there.
Okay. So you remember a few years back, everybody needs to make $15 an hour. Everybody needs to make $15 an hour. That's only right there. If we're flipping hamburgers at McDonald's, we make $15 an hour. If we're taking orders at McDonald's, we need $15 an hour. That's the cost of living. We need $15 an hour. Now go into a McDonald's. What's the first thing you're greeted by when you walk in the door?
Or Taco Bell, kiosk.
A kiosk. How many people are standing behind the counter waiting to take your order?
If you're lucky.
They're not even standing there. They're over there in the kitchen working now.
Now
they only come up there if it's like, can I help you? Yeah, I need to order. Oh, the kiosk is right over there. I kid you not.
Yeah.
That's the way it is, especially here in California, because we passed the $15 an hour deal. Now, it didn't happen at $15 an hour immediately. It started out by saying, okay, we're going to raise the pay by 50 cents this year, 50 cents next year. This year was the first year of $1. So it went from $11 to $12 overnight as of January 1st. January 1st in 2020, it's going to go to $13 an hour. Now we'll go to $14 an hour in the next year, and then that last year it'll jump to $15 an hour.
By then it won't be enough.
Yeah, because now what's happened with the price of milk? Price of milk before all this happened was what, $2.49 a gallon here now?
Probably.
Now what is it?
At least 3 or 4.
It's like $3.69. Okay. Because of the price of goods go up, because guess what? They had to raise those wages as well. So all that creeps up. But the thing is, now what the companies are doing is they're saying, okay, I can have self-checkout. Now, the Walmart right up the road here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Saw it the other night.
They took half of the cash registers in the front of the store, threw them out, put self-checkouts where they can have 2 people run, was it 15 cash registers?
Pretty much.
And what world does it make sense that you can have 2 people ring up 15 people at once? Well, the only way you can do that is if it's self-checkout. And so now people are freaking out going, oh my God, I'm not going to check myself out. It's like, well, you kind of were behind everybody making $15 an hour. And now there's not all those people making $15 an hour. Now it's less people making $15 an hour. And you get to check out your own groceries.
Yeah. Or if you need to, you just need somebody to card you to make sure you're old enough to buy alcohol or spray paint or any other age-controlled substance.
They literally are there to take care of problems. That's all. The only thing that those 2 people are there for is to take care of problems. I can't find this item. Oh, okay. Okay, there it is. Or it says I have to be 21 years old. Okay. Do you have your ID? Okay. Done.
Yeah, no. I mean, now they're even getting to the point at Walmart where it's like, I think they've even got the setup now where you can run around with a little checkout gun thing.
Right there. Machinery doesn't bitch about needing money.
And then me.
That is exactly right.
It only has
robots do not complain. Robots do not make demands.
They don't go on strike.
They don't go on strike.
They break down.
Which
that's different.
Honestly, in this day and age, the best thing to be is a repairman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now the machinery is so smart. 3/4 of the time, it can self-diagnose itself, alert you when a problem's going to happen.
Yeah,
or
but
you
it
need
still
maintenance.
takes the person to come in there and twist the screws.
Yeah, but still, think about it. One guy could service one whole factory with hundreds of machines.
Yeah.
And because the stuff is so automated and it can alert you when it needs maintenance done, you can very easily automate it.
Why do you think most mechanics anymore don't complain about working on new cars?
Because it's plug into the OBD2 and you're good.
And it tells you what's wrong.
Yeah.
And the old time mechanics, they're, I hate computers. Give me a carburetor. You take a new mechanic, they cannot work on carburetors. They cannot work on an old fashioned car. Most of your newer mechanics can work on a newer car because they know they plug a computer and the computer's going to tell them what's wrong with it.
Oh yeah.
For 9 times out of 10.
Case in
point.
The
Computer's going to tell you most of it. The rest of it's going to be done with a smoke machine because they'll tell you where the smoke's coming out. That way you know exactly what needs to be fixed.
Case in point, when our U-Haul had engine troubles, you swing on by with your OBD2 reader in 30 seconds. Oh, engine misfire.
Yeah. And you know exactly what cylinder it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means number one, check out the spark plug, check out the spark plug wire. But the thing is, it's a rental. They don't want you touching it.
No.
So
in reality, in hindsight, I probably just should have been like, okay, thanks, and jump back on the road. But
yeah,
I didn't know any better. Because the last thing I wanted, though, was to break down in the middle of, is to have something more serious happen and then break down in the middle of nowhere and be screwed. But oh well.
That's right, BV3D. The current automobile is a rolling array of computers. That's exactly right. That's the reason why there was a time where if you got in a wreck and you could buy your vehicle back from the insurance company and go ahead and you could fix it up, fairly cheap and have a vehicle for quite some time. This day and age, the way the computers and everything on cars are, if you are in a bad wreck to where they total out the car, take the money and run. Do not buy the car back. Do not try to fix the car because, yeah, you can fix it physically, but the thing is, it's the computers, how much of the wiring harnesses got damaged, how much of the computer systems got damaged. You won't know that until after you've already spent out the money to buy it back, spent the money to go and fix it cosmetically and start driving it.
Yeah. I mean, case in point, I remember years ago, my dad picked up a USB OBD2 reader off eBay. And with the software on it, he was able to show me all the parameters that his little mid to late 90s Mazda was running, all the way down to like the air temperature coming into the engine, the RPMs, how much fuel it's using, like things that I'm like, dude. I mean, things that probably 10 years ago would have cost thousands and thousands of dollars for mechanics to have, you can pick up for like 20 bucks off eBay, which is not bad to keep in your car, because if your car ever throws a check engine light, usually it's you didn't screw the gas cap on tight enough, and you can clear that and be good to go.
Yeah.
You know, because that's like one of the most common issues of a check engine light is the EVR system, evaporative recovery.
Oh, if a check engine light comes on, typically it's not going to be anything major. It's going to be something smog related.
Yeah.
That's all those codes of that. If it's going to be your oil pressure, it's going to be the little oil light comes on. The oil light does not mean that you need an oil change. It means that you don't have any oil pressure. My goodness.
Well, it means both.
I got a friend. He believes when that oil pressure light comes on, that means it's time for an oil change. Don't even ask me how many cars he's been through. I love him to death, but
not the brightest.
Man. Okay, but same thing when it comes to charging. It's either going to be a battery symbol or something like, or a little thunderbolt. It means that something's not charging. You know,
that you have
they call them idiot lights. It's not because a person's an idiot. They call them an idiot light because it's like the most simplified way of telling you there's a problem. BB3D, have a good one. What are we typing here?
3D Gessner says his first car was a Fiat 126 and all he needed to fix it was a screwdriver, hammer, and duct tape. That's literally like, it reminds me of the days of back when Scrap Heap Challenge and Junkyard Wars were a thing.
That's mainly because Fiats were really hard to get parts for.
But it reminds me of the days of Scrap Heap Challenge and Junkyard Wars where literally people would they'd literally look for the old carbureted engines because they were the easiest to pull that out. And they would they could just, even if the thing was on 3 cylinders, it might not run the greatest, but it would still operate. They're all out there, you know, hot wiring the thing up with the screwdriver and getting it going.
Oh yeah.
But it was like, it goes to show, you know, there's nothing wrong with the modern cars, the modern computers. It's great, but there is something to be said though for those older vehicles where they might not have been as fuel efficient, they might not have been as powerful, but just the fact that they had such little stuff to go wrong on them, there is something to be said for that, for say backup emergency power sources or things like that.
Yeah, right. I just got a RAV4 and believe me, that thing blows my mind.
Well, I'm talking in terms of like a very, very low level redundant. Well, case in point, the generator that I showed you last time I was down that my dad got. You know, that thing is very simple. It's effectively a small little gasoline engine hooked up to a small little alternator with a couple of power ports, and that's it. But, you know, considering all the fires and stuff that my parents had recently, something like that could be very, very useful. You know, you wouldn't run it a whole lot, but in case you needed to power something, as my dad would say, just siphon some gas out of all 50 of my cars and you're good.
Black tape, I still use electrical tape a lot. That's still one of my favorite tapes.
I'm a fan of gaffer's tape, but that's me, or duct tape.
Duct tape's cool, but electrical tape will do a whole lot more.
Yeah. So 3D Gessner says, we drove to Spain to get seat 500 carburetors and other things for a 96 Fiat 500. Wow. Where are you from again, Gessner? I forget. Germany, Norway, something like that. And then Robbie's saying, I had a car overheating on a 500-mile round trip because the thermistor crapped out. I found some wire on the side of the road and grounded the fan and went on my way. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad has stories of driving one of his old cars to a car swap meet. And for his older cars, he always keeps engine oil, auto tranny fluid, and some water in the car. And he remembers one of his cars was starting to overheat, so he just pulls over to the side of the road, pops the radiator cover open very quickly, and literally is almost dripping water into there, so it wouldn't crack anything. But once it started to get into the system, it was fine. But good thing to be said for keeping spare stuff in your car just in case.
Yeah.
So
the one thing that bugs me about newer cars is the products that they're using to manufacture engines, the materials especially.
Yeah.
On the newest Chevy pickups, do you realize the lower portion of the oil pan is made out of ABS plastic?
What?
And the drain plug is a plastic drain plug, some kind of a yellow plastic. It completely blew my mind the other day when I did an oil change on one. I looked up and I saw that. I'm like, because I was so used to cars, which typically most of your cars will have a stamped steel oil pan, which is still the best oil pan in my estimation, because the threads aren't going to wear out over time like an aluminum oil pan.
Yeah.
The other one, of course, is an aluminum oil pan. Aluminum oil pans suck because after 100,000 miles, if the threads can give out for the drain plug, and if the threads give out, it's a matter of either rethreading it, putting one of those Healy coils or something in there, or you end up having to replace your oil pan, because an aluminum oil pan is considered a replaceable item. It's a wear and tear item. But to look up and see a piece of plastic as an oil pan, I could not believe it.
I mean, especially for something where it's going to be in contact with hot oil a lot, that just sounds like an environmental disaster waiting to happen.
Toyotas, I think they're changing them in 2019, but up at least through 2018, the oil filter is back the old-fashioned paper filter, but it's a plastic cap. And you have to have the special wrench, which I just picked up a set of the special wrenches yesterday. Actually, I ordered them on Amazon. They just came in yesterday. But you have to use a special wrench to take those caps off. If you don't use a special wrench and you break one of the little ears, it cracks all the way through it, and then you have to pay $50 for a brand new cap.
That is stupid. I swear, if I ever get another car,
look underneath it. Honestly, look underneath it. Before you buy a car, get on the ground, look underneath it. If you see a plastic oil pan, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just my personal thing. But also the intake manifolds on all new cars are made out of plastic.
Stupid. If I ever get
mind you, this is 3D printing. People talk about how plastic sucks.
Well, plastic has its appropriate uses, but I swear, if I ever were to get another vehicle, I'd probably just make my own in the style of this, just to annoy everybody. That'd be so much fun.
You would annoy me. That's annoying.
I would love it.
Why?
To annoy you. That's why. 3D Guster says we made a vacation in the same time. 3 ultra timers driving maximum 100 kilometers an hour, mostly 80. Let me do the math on that. That's pretty slow, I think.
Yeah. That's what, 35?
62, that's actually...
that's not bad.
That's our average speed. 80 is
65
50.
Here.
50, yeah, that's not too bad, all things considered. I mean, there were times when I was driving the moving truck where I was speed limited to 35 miles an hour, whether I liked it or not. That added a ton of time to the trip.
Yeah.
But, oh well, got to follow the rules of the road.
Well, it's 10:03, man. Did you know that?
I just noticed that.
I think it's time to go to bed.
I think it is too. I'm going to...
Come on, big boy. Let's go to bed.
Okay. Gonna keep it warm in the camper for me.
Yeah, I gotta get around and get ready for in the morning.
Sounds like fun. Yeah, I was
get up at 6:30 and be up there by 7:30.
I was gonna say I was gonna run out to the camper and grab my laptop so I can hopefully start a print on the 820, and then let that run overnight and call it good.
Okay,
if that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome. Maxi drive on the Autobahn was 240 kilometers an hour. I've got to figure out what that is just for giggles and grins.
Oh, there you go.
Now we're talking.
149 miles. Let's just call it 150 miles an hour.
Yeah. That's insane. The fastest thing I've ever gone in my car is 90 miles an hour out in the middle of nowhere.
What's the fastest you've ever driven any on any vehicle?
90 miles an hour, which is not very fast, all things considered. I've never hit triple digits.
I think the fastest I've ever went. It's been quite a few years ago, so I think the fastest I ever went was about 120.
Dude.
And that was with a Ford Thunderbird.
Nice.
What was that thing? Is it 90, 95? It was a 95 Ford Thunderbird I had. Had the V8 in it. Dude, going through Utah, that thing would scream.
Oh, bad. Yeah, my dad had, I forget if it was I think it might have been a late 80s, early 90s Thunderbird 5-speed. When he still had that thing, and the memories of having it, that thing was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's the car that he ended up stripping down for parts, took the motor and transmission out of that and dropped it into his Pinto station wagon. I think we'll do standing burnouts.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. Robbie's saying the fastest he ever went was about 110, and TK says he's done 125 on the back of a motorbike. That is bloody insane, dude.
On a motorbike.
Dude's crazy.
He's got huevos, man.
I don't. I went 90 miles an hour. Oh, I was freaking out.
Yeah, muy, as it go. Muy, basically large. Grande, yeah. Muy grande huevos.
Yeah.
There's a pinchy huevos. It's pinchy huevos.
Dude, you guys are saying on the Autobahn in Germany, you can drive as fast as you like, but less and less parts are unlimited. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that that's coming to an end, but at the same time, it's also kind of understandable because the amount of auto traffic out there is increasing. So I mean, it's sad to see it going, but I also know from talking to somebody who lived in Germany, he was saying that getting a driver's license in Germany is not very easy to do, and it's very expensive to maintain. So a lot of people take the extensive and very nice public transit network out there. But obviously, it's like even then, it's like you're still getting more people into their vehicles and stuff. So just the amount of traffic that's out there is not allowing ridiculously fast driving very much anymore. And I think also a lot of people probably, when I say abused it, did very, very dangerous things. And,
3 a.m. in Germany. We better go, man.
I'm crashing fast.
I'm not crashing. I'm just tired.
I'm crashing fast. It's been a heck of a week.
Yeah, it is.
And my body doesn't like me right now. So
why doesn't your body like you?
My knee is trying to kill me.
Well, then kill your knee.
Yeah. Well, Student Health Center was much help with that. So, oh well.
You know what you have to do is you have to get one of those, what do they call them, a TINS machine?
Yeah.
The electric shock therapy to it. So you go like.
Oh, gosh.
Every time the electric hits it.
Jimmy's sitting over there hitting the button every 3 seconds. Stop! No!
No, it is 7 a.m. I'm awake. 3 a.m. is the time to go on Autobahn.
Locals know what's up. Somebody says that's not how it works. Well, miss, I work at a PT clinic. I also know because I've had PT on my knee. Well, let's face it, everybody likes abusing them on the internet just for giggles.
They used to do it on my shoulder at the chiropractor, and they go like,
no, yeah, they used to do it. Back when I was doing PT on my knee years ago after a surgery, they would do it on my knee, and it was pretty crazy. But I think at this point, because of all the missing and overgrown crap inside, it's pretty much just like,
get a knee replacement. Be done with it.
I know. Trying to find somebody to do that. They just don't want to.
Go see a real surgeon.
Yeah, I'm going to try and figure out who my insurance will let me see without trying to kill me for cost.
Hey, what you do is you go to your family doctor and have them set you up an appointment.
Yeah.
That way usually the insurance covers it.
Yeah. But I'm going to probably...
The best thing to do is go to an orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah.
Don't go to some quack that goes, oh, well, I don't understand what this x-ray says here. Like that last one you went to. That was a stinging joke.
That pissed me off so much because I got so much.
What are you seeing here? I don't see what you're seeing.
I think his nurse's assistants did more to try and help than that dingling.
Yeah,
That was sad.
I know.
It's like, why aren't you the doctor? Yes, yes, I will become the next Steve Austin. We can rebuild him, make him stronger, faster, better. Love that show. Those 80s sound effects are just spot on.
Do the simplest thing.
3D Gessner, why isn't there an open source car? It would be cool to hack it.
I think Tesla isn't it? Well, I know it's been hacked, but I don't know if it's open. It's supposed to be open source, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because didn't they like share all the stuff on it?
I have no clue.
Well, to hear Elon Musk's talk, it's supposed to be open source, but good and well, it's not.
Nothing ever truly is open source.
No, it's not.
And honestly, this is no diss to the whole movement, but it's just become a marketing term. So please stop using it, people, because it's just getting ridiculous what people are claiming is open source that's not, and they're just using it for marketing. So
Did you see my rep box?
yes, and I didn't get one.
I got a rep box. Yay!
Was that for like 1/12 scale people or something?
No, it's for candy.
Yeah.
Want one?
I'm good. I gotta brush my teeth.
If I can get the candy out.
It's all melted in
Ooh,
there.
it's Lifesavers too.
What?
They
Oh,
didn't
they didn't.
experience expense on that one.
Man.
Damn.
No, one open source project I'm thinking of doing is.
Thank you, Heather.
One open source project I'm thinking of doing is similar to the like the open F1 car with Daniel Naray, is doing like an open HO and open ON30 where
I want to do the open boat.
that is
Did you
sick.
see that?
Yes.
I want to do that.
I want to do an open model train thing, so that way it's kind of like similar to the open RC car where I can sell you the chassis, or you can buy one and put your own parts or purchase
It's
them.
not open if you're selling it.
Wine. Anybody can download the files though for it, but it's a project I need to work on. But for those people who are interested in it but don't have the resources to build it, it'd be pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right. Well, we should probably wrap it up. I'm getting tired. You're getting tired. I got stuff to set up. You have work to go to. It's been fun. Have fun on Mondays crashing the stream with Aaron or whoever the heck it is.
It is Aaron, man.
Knew it.
It's Aaron, man. Making all kinds of gains.
Oh, jeez. What will I be doing Monday night? I actually don't know.
Yes, I will do a Celtic egg.
That would be sick. Totally got to do it on the Artillery 3D
Yeah.
Sidewinder X1. That thing is sick.
Especially now it's got build tech on it.
Heck yeah. Oh, sorry.
Teresa said you rang.
That was my phone. It's my old roommate.
Okay, let's call it.
All right.
I'm going to enjoy this sweet, sweet lifesaver.
Don't know what the streaming schedule will be like, guys. Don't know if I'm going to be doing streaming anytime soon. I am going to be going down to Southern California end of the month, so that should be fun. Hopefully I'll have my Maker Faire footage out sooner than later, and also my giant light project from school. Jimmy's over here acting all pissed off as always because I'm here to crash and take all of his printers, and what are you doing?
Mocking you.
I can tell. See you guys later.
Thank you guys for joining us.